The state of FISA is up in the air after the key Surveillance Act expired back on Friday. Both chambers of Congress failing to pass an extension for the first time since its inception. This happening as World Cup matches begin across the country, expected to draw in more than 5 million foreign visitors. Many in Congress raising the alarm that this lapse in surveillance threatens the country's safety. Also, that's ahead of America 250, those celebrations kicking off. Joining me now, Wisconsin Congressman Tiffany. Congressman, welcome to the show. We hear that the nation could be facing threats right now. I mean, are you hearing anything? What type of threat are we talking about potentially?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything specifically, but we know the bad guys around the world, they always want to infiltrate here into America and cause bad things to happen to us. So we always have to be vigilant. And it's very unfortunate that no Democrats voted last week to extend FISA, much like they shut down the government for over a month last fall with the Department of Homeland Security refusing to fund the Department of Homeland Security. It's very unfortunate that Democrats are not taking our national security with the importance that they should.
But now that Jay Clayton could be coming in and not Bill Pulte, does that change things?
Well, I hope so, because this needs to get done. We need to make sure that we keep the homeland safe, and having a good FISA in place is important.
More talk on Capitol Hill, Congressman, about the potential of a third reconciliation package ahead of November's midterm elections. The Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, reportedly met with House Republicans at the Pentagon last week to discuss plans for a major increase in defense spending. Reconciliation 3.0, if you will, would include funding for President Trump's desired $1.5 trillion defense budget. But look, you have 16 legislative days left on the calendar before the August recess. Do you think there's an appetite among Republicans to get this done and do it that fast?
It won't be easy to get it done, specifically in regards to the timeline that you just laid out, Lauren. Yeah. So it's not going to be easy to do because there's a whole lot of details and white space that need to be filled in as far as how that money is going to be spent and how much money would be spent. So there's a lot of work to be done. Not impossible to do it, but it's going to be a heavy lift. Yeah.
We're less than 5 months out from the midterm elections. Democrats want to flip both chambers for the first time in 2 decades. House Republican Conference Chairwoman Lisa McClain joined Maria yesterday with more on the GOP's messaging ahead of Election Day. This is what she had to say. Watch here.
What do you need to do to ensure you don't lose the majority in the House? What is the most important messaging you need to convey to voters coming up to the midterms?
Yeah, this is going to be a contrast for America. It's going to be a contrast election between common sense and crazy. Republicans were common sense. I think males should go in male locker rooms, females should go in female locker rooms. I actually think we should punish the criminal and take care of the victim. The other side is absolutely crazy, and that is what we need to focus on, common sense versus crazy. Also, we need to talk way more about what we've already done for America. Let me remind everybody, every single Democrat voted to raise your taxes by not signing on to the One Big Beautiful Bill or the working families tax cuts. Maria, it's really simple. Democrats want more of your money.
Congressman Tiffany, is it about common sense and affordability?
Well, there's no doubt about it. We've got dozens of people knocking on doors here in Wisconsin. They're hearing about it. It is about the economy, and it truly is about crazy. We have a candidate for governor here, leading candidate for governor, that is calling for not just the defunding of police, but the abolishment of police. I mean, they're also calling for another $2 billion in property tax increases. So it truly is crazy versus common sense. Representative McClain could not have hit the nail on the head better.
Congressman Tiffany, you're running for governor in Wisconsin, yes?
I am.
All right. That primary, August 11th?
August 11th.
Best of luck to you, sir.
And, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lauren.